I'm delighted to be able to welcome you all to this symposium. I'm Nelli Hankonen. I'm assistant professor in social psychology and have the honor and privilege to act as the chair of this Argumenta project on behavior change science and policy. And first of all, thanks to the Finnish Cultural Foundation for funding this series of symposia on this very important topic. Also want to thank, of course, the members of the working group, especially Elina Renko, who is over there. She's the project coordinator and will help you with all the practical issues. And also the entire group organizing this symposia. As you see, the working group consists of academics from various disciplines, because the point of this project is to create and spark interdisciplinary, cross-disciplinary discussions and learn from each other and hopefully forge new connections, networks, and create something new. We also have two representatives from Prime Minister's office to help us really bridge connections to policymakers. And then one representative from a think tank, Demos Helsinki, to help us communicate these insights then to decision makers. Also, we have two volunteer student assistants who I want to thank here. So behavior change is obviously something that is very relevant to many societal problems and solving them, including health and well-being, environmental sustainability, economic productivity, service provision. And it might include changes in the citizens' behavior, or then people who encounter citizen service providers or government officials. Even changing people's environments and structures requires changes in someone's behavior. And in this symposium series, and also this today's and tomorrow's event, we'll think of behavior change interventions as a wide range of different strategies, ranging from very individual level psychological nudging type of interventions to also possibly more structural level legislative changes. And the objectives of the Argumenta project is to advance the quality of academic research on these topics, both theory and methodology, to combine and integrate aspects from various disciplines, to help researchers and government and organizations to find novel forms of collaboration, and to improve our skills and opportunities to conduct high-quality intervention research, and to enhance use of research and science in designing policy. And finally, then, obviously, communicate scientific contributions to improve practice in several applied domains. Also in this symposium, we will hear about child protection improvements, how to influence employment, how to influence health behaviors, and how to assess effectiveness and processes of these interventions or policies. I promise I won't speak long, but I think that it's important also to tell a bit more about the other symposia of this project that are forthcoming. So after today's symposium, we will still have 4 symposia. In October, we will look at how to use behavioral insights in developing and designing public policy and interventions. Today we are looking at how to evaluate effectiveness and processes of them, especially with field experiments. Probably all these themes will come up in all of the symposia, so it's not very tightly separated. The third symposium will be a slightly smaller, focusing on reverse translation and practice-based evidence, because sometimes things work in practice and then scientists and academics need to learn from there and help understand and create better theories based on that too. And then looking at how to implement and disseminate effective solutions, and then what complex system science might have to offer for intervention research. That will be the last symposium. And then across all of this, we will aim to create a toolbox for policymakers to improve their capabilities and opportunities to use behavioral insights and other research in policy making, decision making. So here's already the second symposium. Dates are available, so if you're interested in how to use behavioral insights in designing policy and interventions, this happens in 3rd and 4th October, and we have confirmed excellent lineup of keynote speakers. As we have also here, excellent lineup of keynote speakers. So Professor Susan Mickey, the Director of Center for Behavior Change in UCL, will be speaking. Professor Cass Sunstein, who is famous for making nudge famous, is with us via distance connection, and then Assistant Professor Kai Ruggery, combining psychology and public policy, will be there. So if you're interested, save the date. Just a few words that these issues are something that have attracted wide attention in the recent years. So European Commission published this report 3 years ago, and stated that insights from behavioral sciences are contributing to reshaping public policy in a wide range of domains, including consumer protection, health, taxation, environment, and transport. Just a few examples. Also, in other continents, here in the US, a few years ago, White House established social and behavioral sciences team to help create policies that are informed by behavioral sciences evidence, social sciences evidence. Actually, this is not active in the current government, but anyway, so this has been done there a few years ago. And then also scientists and academics ourselves have realized that in addition to science being useful in creating applications and practical solutions for the real world, this solution-oriented type of working and research can also contribute to creating better theories and basic science. So understanding, evaluating solutions and interventions can feed back to scientific theories and help us understand world better. So finally, to introduce to the topic of today's symposium, so many of the talks will be on how to evaluate whether interventions and policies have changes, influences on changes in behavior, but also processes evaluation. So how do these interventions work? What are the mechanisms of impact? And how well these are implemented? And then how does context influence these issues? And I'll give you some of the learning outcomes from the talks from today and tomorrow. So, for example, key challenges in developing and evaluating complex interventions, considering contextual issues in the design, evaluation, and delivery of interventions, why undertake implementation fidelity evaluation, how do behavioral interventions work in changing behavior, and then how can feasibility of interventions be evaluated using a mixed methods approach, and then how to generate potential solutions to identified feasibility issues, why invert the experiment by gathering information before setting the treatments, and then what is the past and future of Finnish policy experiments. So here are just a selection of some things that this excellent lineup of speakers will be covering today and tomorrow. I hope you are as excited as I am to learn from these excellent scientists and practitioners here, and also hope to learn from each other. So this is the last slide that I will show you. So the organizing committee wishes that we are creating spaces in between program to create opportunities for you to interact between the next person sitting next to you. Use this opportunity. Get to know at least one person every coffee break if you want to make the opportunity to network and know people from other areas who are also interested in these issues. Also, ask questions. This is like, we have really many different disciplines involved here, and there is different terminology and jargon. So this involves also asking stupid questions. So don't be shy. Just ask. This is the way to learn and create bridges. And then we also hope that you tweet and make use of the live stream and recorded talks later, for example, in your teaching. So, without further ado, enjoy and welcome to the symposium.